extra squeaky today. I don't know what's going on, but we're gonna have to ignore it. The Eiffel Tower can grow more than 6 inches during the summer. I knew this. I knew this. I knew this. The high temperatures make the iron expand. Yeah. Is someone whistling? Yeah, can you hear that? Anyway, yeah, I knew this fact. I knew this. Fact number 52. Glitter was made on a ranch. A cattle rancher in New Jersey is credited for inventing glitter, and it was by accident. Henry Rushman from Bernardsville, New Jersey, was a machinist who crushed plastic while trying to find a way to dispose of it, and thus made glitter in 1934. That's cute. Fact number 53. Creature is a vegetarian. Victor Frankenstein's creature is actually vegetarian. Frankenstein and Creature are fictional characters created by Mary Shelley in her novel Frankenstein. In the novel, Creature says, "My food is not that of man. I do not destroy the lamb and the kid to glut my appetite. Acorns and berries afford me sufficient nourishment." Okay, King, go off. Fact number 54. Medical errors are a top cause of death. Okay. According to a Johns Hopkins research team, 250,000 deaths in the United States are caused by medical errors each year. This makes medical error the third leading cause of death in the country. That's intense. Like, imagine paying thousands of dollars for your healthcare and then that happens. That's really sad. Fact number 55. Sloth. That's one of those words, like, that's another really hard word to pronounce whenever there's like TH and then an S. I always seem to struggle. I don't know why. Sloths, yeah, have more neck bones than giraffes. Despite physical length, there are more bones in the neck of a sloth than a giraffe. There are 7 vertebrae in the neck of giraffes and in most mammals, but there are 10 in a sloth. That's funny. You wouldn't think that. Fact number 56. Bees can fly higher than Mount Everest. Bees can fly higher than 29,525 feet above sea level, according to National Geographic. That's higher than Mount Everest, the tallest mountain in the world. Wow, good for them. Fact number 57. Ancient Egyptians used dead mice to ease toothaches. Oh God. In ancient Egypt, people put a dead mouse in their mouth if they had a toothache, according to Nathan Pavlovsky's book, Strange Medicine, A Shocking History of a Real Medical Practices Through the Age. Mice were also used as a warts remedy during Elizabethan England. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. I hope it helped, though. I mean, I guess it did, because otherwise they wouldn't have done it, but Jesus Christ. Fact number 58. Paint used to be stored in a pig bladders. Pig bladders were used in the 19th century to store an artist's paint. The bladder would be sealed with a string and then pricked to get the paint out. This option wasn't the best because it would often break open. American painter John G. Rand was the innovator who made paint tubes from tin and screw cap in the 19th century. It's interesting. A little disgusting, but we're kind of noticing a pattern here that the past used to be disgusting, but we already know that. Fact number 59. Humans have horses in the Olympics. The Olympic world record for the longest human long jump is greater than the world record for the longest horse long jump. Mike Powell set the record in 1991 by jumping 8.95 meters, and the horse Extra Dry set the record in 1900 by jumping 6.10 meters. That's surprising. You wouldn't think that, but I mean, I guess humans are just more flexible than horses, and that's why, maybe. I don't know. Fact number 60. The Terminator script was sold for $1. James Cameron is the award-winning director of movies like Titanic, Avatar, and The Terminator. In order to get his big break with The Terminator, he sold the script for $1 and promised that he'd be able to direct. Well, it has paid off. Seemed to be a good move on his part. Fact number 61. Pigeon poop is the property of the British Crown. In the 18th century, pigeon poop was used to make gunpowder, so King George I confirmed the droppings to be property of the crown. Okay, that's so dumb. Seriously, why did royalty always wanted to own everything? Still kinda do. Anyway, fact number 62. Onions were found in the eyes of an Egyptian mummy. Pharaoh Ramses IV of ancient Egypt had his eyes replaced with small onions when he was mummified. The rings and layers of onions were worshipped because people thought they represented eternal life. This aligns with the reason for mummification, to allow the pharaoh's body to live forever. Let's hope these interesting facts don't all apply to practices used today. Yeah, let's hope that indeed. Fact number 63. Abraham Lincoln was a bartender. You know that the 16th President of the United States fought for the freedom of slaves in the Union. But what you didn't know is that he was a licensed bartender. Lincoln's liquor license was discovered in 1930 and displayed in a Springfield liquor store. Wayne C. Temple, a Lincoln expert, told the Southeast Missourian newspaper that in 1863, Congress wanted to fire Ulysses S. Grant because he drank a lot, and Lincoln's response was to send Grant a supply of whiskey. Funny. Okay, fact number 64. Beethoven never really knew how to multiply or divide. Ludwig van Beethoven is arguably one of the greatest composers in musical history. The renowned paintist went to a Latin school. What the fuck did I just say? The renowned pianist, why can I not pronounce this word? The renowned pianist, that's what it is. The renowned pianist went to a Latin school called Tirocinium. There he learned some math, but never multiplication or division, only addition. Once when he needed to multiply 62 by 50, he wrote down 62 down a line 50 times and added it all up. That must have taken a long time. Fact number 65. Japan released sushi-inspired Kit Kats. For a limited time in 2017, Tokyo's Kit Kat chocolate toy shop made 3 types of the chocolate bar that was sushi-inspired but didn't actually taste like raw fish. The tuna sushi was actually raspberry, the seaweed-wrapped one was pumpkin pudding flavored, and the sea urchin sushi was actually Hokkaido melon with mascarpone cheese flavored. All were made with puffed rice, white chocolate, and a bit of wasabi. Cool. Fact number 66. The word aquarium means water place for cattle in Latin. In the classic Latin language, aquarium means a watering place raise their cattle. However, aquariums these days aren't for cows. Instead, they are a place for the public to see sea creatures. The first aquarium that looks like what you'd imagine now was created in 1921 and opened in 1924 in England. Fun fact, I used to actually study Latin until like 10th grade. I still remember like a lot of it. Fact number 67. An espresso maker was sent into space in 2015. Samantha Cristoforetti is the first female Italian astronaut to get a warm and cozy piece of home sent to her while in orbit. The Italian Space Agency worked with Italian coffee manufacturer Lavazza to get the coffee capsules flown up and out into space. That's cool. But how would that work though? Because, right, you push the button and then the coffee comes out, but if you're in space, there's no gravity, so the coffee goes everywhere. No. I don't know if someone knows how that works. Let me know. Fact number 68. An employee at Pixar accidentally deleted a sequence of Toy Story 2 during production. Ed Catmull, the co-founder of Pixar, wrote in his book Creativity Inc. that the year before the movie came out, someone entered the command -bin-rem-r-f little star on the drive where the files were saved and scenes started to be deleted. It would have taken a year to recreate what was deleted, but luckily another employee had a backup of the entire film on a laptop at home. Yeah, imagine that. Fact number 69. Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ron Wayne started Apple Inc. on April Fool's Day. The three technology innovators signed the documents to form the Apple Computer Company on April 1st, 1976. However, the company was not fully incorporated until January 3rd, 1977. 30 years later, the company was renamed Apple Inc. And is no joke. In 2018, Apple Inc. became the country's first trillion-dollar company. Fact number 70. The inventor of the tricycle personally delivered two to Queen Victoria. In 1881, Queen Victoria was on a tour on the Isle of Wight when her horse and carriage could not keep up with a woman riding a tricycle. The Queen made her servants identify the woman so she could demonstrate the tricycle to the Queen. Intrigued by the bike, the Queen proceeded to order two. She also asked that the inventor, James Starley, arrive with the delivery. Though you might associate tricycles with toddlers, Queen Victoria made them cool amongst the elite. Special deliveries are definitely a royal bonus, for sure. Well, I think just being royal is a bonus in general, isn't it? Fact number 71. Your brain's synapses shrink while you sleep. A 2003 study from the University of Wisconsin-Madison Center for Sleep and Consciousness was done on mice to observe what happens to our brains while we sleep. Dr. Chiara Cirelli and Dr. Giulio Tononi found an 18% decrease in the size of synapses after a few hours of sleep. Don't worry though, your brain shrinking at night might actually help your cognitive abilities. Okay, fact number 72. A waffle iron inspired one of the first pairs of Nike. Bill Bowermans was a track and field coach in the 1950s who didn't like how running shoes were made. He first created the Cortez shoe, but still wanted to make a shoe even lighter that could be worn on various surfaces. During a waffle breakfast with his wife in 1970, the idea came to him of using the waffle texture boars pick up sandy apples and bring them to a nearby creek in their environment to wash before eating. Though some items like sugar beets were eaten without the human-like behavior, the boars brought a whole dead chicken to the creek to wash before chowing down. One ecologist called this a luxury behavior. That's funny. That's funny. Fact number 74. Baseball. Umpires used to sit in rocking chairs. People have been playing baseball since the mid-19th century. In the early games, umpires would officiate the games reclining in a rocking chair that was located 20 feet behind the home plate. By 1878, the National League also declared that home teams must pay umpires $5 per game. Okay. Fact number 75. The first commercial passenger flight lasted only 23 minutes. These fun facts really get you thinking about how far we've come. Taking a 23-minute flight might seem like a waste of money today, but in 1914, Abraham Field paid $400, which would be $8,500 today, for a 23-minute long plane ride. He flew between St. Petersburg, Florida, and Tampa, Florida, where only 21 miles of water separate the city. Field, a former mayor of St. Petersburg, and the pilot Tony Yanis were the only passengers. This momentous flight paved the way for air travel as we know it. Fact number 76. The world's first novel ends mid-sentence. The Tale of Genji, written by Murasaki Chikibu in the 11th century, is considered the world's first novel. After reading 54 intricately crafted chapters, the reader is stopped abruptly mid-sentence. One translator believes the work is complete as is, but another says we're missing a few more pages of the story. Fact number 77. The French language Scrabble world champion doesn't speak French. New Zealand native Nigel Richards memorized the entire French Scrabble dictionary, which has, 386,000 words, in 9 weeks to earn his title. He has also won the English Word Scrabble Championship 3 times, the US National Championships 5 times, and the UK Open Scrabble Tournament 6 times. This comes 20 years after first playing Scrabble, when Richard was 28 years old. Jesus Christ. Fact number 78. A woman called the police when her ice cream didn't have enough sprinkles. Oh my god, no way. The West Midlands Police in England released a recording of a woman who called 999, the UK version of 911, because there were bits on one side and none on the other. She says in the recording, she was even more upset when the ice cream truck man did not want to give her money back. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, like really. Such a waste of time, that pisses me off. Fact number 79. Uncle Ben's rice was airdropped to World War II troops. German chemist Erich Hausenlab invented a process of parboiling rice to keep more nutrients in the rice and lessen the cooking time. The Hausenlab process, I'm not sure, had another unexpected benefit too. It stopped bug infestations. The quick cook bug-free rice was a big advantage during World War II, and converted rice, as it was then known, was airdropped to American and British troops. After the war, the company rebranded to Uncle Ben's original converted brand rice, named after one of the company's best rice suppliers in the world, and the product hit the shelves in 1947. South American river turtles talk in their eggs? Oh, turtles don't have vocal cords and their ears are internal, so scientists believe that turtles were deaf and didn't communicate through sounds. However, research has found that turtles actually communicate at an extremely low frequency that sounds like click-clocks and hoots that can only be heard through a hydrophone, a microphone used underwater. These sounds even come from the egg before the turtle hatches. Researchers hypothesize that this helps with all the turtles' siblings hatch at one. It's not a sentence. Let me rephrase that. Researchers hypothesize that this helps all the turtle siblings hatch at once. Yep. Fact number 82. Penicillin was first called mold juice. Ew. Alexander Fleming. Fleming means, well, that he came from where I come from. That's funny. So Alexander Fleming was one of those quirky scientists who accidentally made a scientific breakthrough. In 1928, the bacteriologist left a petri dish in his lab while he was on vacation, only to return and find that some liquid around the mold had killed the bacteria in the dish. This became the world's first antibiotic, but before naming it penicillin, he called it mold juice. Ew, that's disgusting. Imagine if it was still named that. That would not marketed well. Fact number 83. The first stroller was pulled by a goat. This is one of the many interesting facts that had us scratching our head. Or a dog or a miniature horse, but not by parents. What? Again, like, this article is written in English, but sometimes it does not make sense grammatically. Okay, so this is one of the many interesting facts that had us scratching our head. Or a dog or a miniature horse, but not by parents. William Kent, a landscape architect, invented the first stroller for the 3rd Duke of Devonshire in 1733. Like, the first part doesn't make sense, but whatever. By the mid-18th century, strollers were still pretty unstable, but they had handles so parents, not animals, could pull the baby behind them. Fact number 84. May 20th, 1873 is the birthday of blue jeans. Yeah, I know that. According to the Levi Strauss website, this was the day that Levi Strauss and Jacob Davis, the innovators behind the sturdy blue jeans we all love, got a patent on the process of adding metal rivets to men's denim work pants for the first time in history. The pants were called waist overalls until 1960, when baby boomers began calling them jeans. Yeah, I once did like a report on how jeans were invented, so I know that. But fact number 85. 117-year-old bottles of champagne were found at the bottom of the Baltic Sea. The bottles of bubbly are estimated to have been traveling from Germany to Russia during the 1800s, when they sank to the bottom of the sea, says New Scientist. Turns out that the bottom of the sea, where temps are between 2 and 4 degrees Celsius, is a great place for wine aging. Oenologists. Oenologists. What is that word? Okay, basically, people who study wine and winemaking sampled the champagne and described it as sometimes cheesy with animal notes, and that it had elements of wet hair. Gross. Fact number 86. The MGM lion roar is trademarked. At the start of any movie made by the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios, DC. Why though? The not-so-lucky barber Marx Sizemore, who cut Armstrong's hair, received threats of being sued by Armstrong's lawyers, who said he violated an Ohio law that protects the rights of famous people. Sizemore said he wouldn't pay, and Resnikoff said he wouldn't give back the hair, but that he'd donate $3,000 to charity. Why would you possibly want a collection of celebrities' hair? That is odd. Fact number 88. Irish bars used to be closed on St. Patrick's Day. You might associate St. Patrick's a day with wearing green and drinking so much you think you might actually see leprechauns. However, until 1961, there were laws in Ireland that banned bars to be open on March 17th. Since the holiday falls during the period of Lent in the heavily Catholic country, the idea of binge drinking seemed a bit immoral. Fact number 89. Nikola Tesla hated pearls. Tesla was a European electrical engineer who paved the way for current system generators and motors. The way electricity gets transmitted and converted to... Is that a bird? The way y'all can hear that. The way electricity gets transmitted and converted to mechanical power is thanks to his inventions. However, despite experimenting with electricity, he despised being in the presence of pearls. One day, when his secretary wore pearl jewelry, he made her go home. Odd. Fact number 90. Thomas Edison is the reason you love cat videos. Thanks to Thomas Edison's invention of the kinematograph in 1892, he was able to record and watch moving images for the first time. He filmed short clips in a studio named Black Maria. Some of his shorts featured famous people like Annie Oakley and Buffalo Bill, but the real stars are the boxing cats. Check out the video Edison captured of adorable cats in the boxing ring circa 1894. Fact number 91. Brad Pitt suffered an ironic injury on a film set. During Pitt's prime acting career, he filmed Troy, based on Homer's Iliad. He played the brave and buff Greek hero Achilles. Legend has it that Achilles could not be defeated unless hit in his Achilles heel. While filming an epic battle scene, Pitt ironically hurt his Achilles tendon. That put him back 2 months. Yikes. Fact number 92. Pregnancy tests date back to 1350 before Christ. Based on an ancient papyrus document, Egyptian women urinated on wheat and barley seeds to determine if they were pregnant or not. According to the Office of History in the National Institutes of Health, if wheat grew, it predicted a female baby. If barley grew, it predicted a male baby. The woman was not pregnant if nothing grew. Experimenting with the seed theory in 1963 proved it was accurate 70% of the time. Like, how did they know this? Like, how did this come to be a thing? How did they just know, oh, if we pee on, what is it? On wheat and barley seeds, we'll be pregnant. Like, that's crazy. Fact number 93. Martin Luther King Jr. got a C in public speaking. Everyone remembers Dr. King as the leader of the civil rights movement and often quotes his I Have a Dream speech that he delivered in 1963. bees can make colored honey. In France, there's a biogas plant that manages waste from a Mars chocolate factory where M&Ms are made. Beekeepers nearby noticed that their bees were making unnatural shades of green and blue honey, reported BBC. A spokesperson from the British Beekeepers Association predicted the bees eating the sugary M&Ms waste caused the colored honey. Lol. That probably was really bad for the bees. Fact number 96. Wimbledon tennis balls are kept at 68 degrees Fahrenheit. The temperature of tennis balls affect how the ball bounces. At warmer temperatures, the gas molecules inside the ball expand, making the ball bounce higher. A tennis ball at lower temperatures causes the molecules to shrink and the ball bounces lower. To make sure the best tennis balls are used, Wimbledon goes through 50,000 tennis balls. Jesus, that's a lot of tennis balls. Fact number 97. Adult cats are lactose intolerant. Feeding your cat milk could be making them sick. Like some humans, adult cats don't have enough of the lactase enzyme to digest lactose from milk, causing them to vomit, have diarrhea, or get gassy. Cats only have enough of that enzyme if they're born and during the early years of their life. Y'all heard that? Don't feed your cats milk, okay? Fact number 98. Albert Einstein's eyeballs are in New York City. They were given to Henry Abrams and preserved in a safety deposit box. Abrams was Einstein's eye doctor. He received the eyeballs from Thomas Harvey, the man who performed the autopsy on Einstein and illegally took the scientist's brain for himself. Yikes. Fact number 99. The Pope can't be an organ donor. Pope Benedict XVI was issued an organ donor card in 1970. Once he ascended to the papacy in 2005, the card was invalid, reports the Telegraph. According to the Vatican, the Pope's entire body must be buried intact because his body belongs to the Universal Catholic Church. Okay, but if he wants to be an organ donor, he should be able to, but I'm guessing you wouldn't want that, but whatever. Fact number 100. A one-armed player scored the winning goal in the first World Cup. Hector Castro played on the Uruguay soccer team during the first ever World Cup in 1930. In the last game between Uruguay versus Argentina, Castro scored the winning goal in the last minute of the game. The final score was 4-2, making Uruguay the first country to ever win the World Cup title. Cool. Fact number 101. I guess there's 101. The world's oldest toy is a stick. Think of how versatile a stick is. You can use it to play fetch with your dog, swing it as a bat, or use your imagination to turn it into a lightsaber. Its adaptability, along with how old sticks are, is amongst the reason why National Toy Hall of Fame inducted the stick into its collection as possibly the oldest toy ever. Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense. Anyways, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though I seem to be speech impaired.